Hey everybody, welcome to the Playing on Our Phones for an Hour podcast.
Oh man,
Welcome
I
to the
need that
Clash of
Subway
Clans
Surfer.
podcast.
Oh, I need that Subway
Yeah,
Surfer
dude.
so bad, man. I
Yeah,
need to
and
swipe
I
left and right to get above the train and collect the coins and then eventually get caught by the guard. Oh, I desperately need to do that. That's all I want to do in life.
welcome to the Family Guy Funny Moments podcast, where we just watch this the whole time because
We
we're
now
bored.
return to Rational Geographic. Upon realizing a trip to Africa would be smelly and gross, our crew decided to stay in the office.
Oh, Family
What a
Guy.
terrible joke.
All right, back to the actual show.
I was unironically watching Family Guy on YouTube Shorts because my attention span
Yeah.
is slowly falling apart. And it just continues to be like half an episode, but they cut it down in a weird way where you still understand it. It's like
Yeah,
they're in the house and they're like, that reminds me of when, and then it cuts off and then it goes to like whatever the cutaway is, and then it cuts right back to the house, and then it cuts to the school, and then it like has a little bit of dialogue, and then it cuts back to the house. And I'm like,
Family Guy brain rot.
yeah,
That's what
I'm
that
just
is.
like, this is the best thing ever. I need more of this. I need more.
What's crazy is growing up like in like second or third grade, you could always tell like the crazy kids that were watching Family Guy, and they're always like coming into school like, "Oh, you should have seen the new Family Guy. Brian was being really funny." But now like this is the same kids are going to be doing that, but they're only going to be able to like talk about like maybe half of what the entire plot synopsis is,
Yeah,
instead
that's
of
rough.
our generation
rough.
where they could just rattle the whole thing off the
Yeah,
top of their
yeah,
head and they've
like
seen the episode once.
like we can reference SpongeBob in every single episode, or
Yeah.
or we could be like very diverse about it and be like, ooh, but what about regular show where they made the ultimate meatball sandwich and had a competition about it? Do you remember that? Do you remember
Yeah.
that one? Most of the kids now
What,
are just like, do you remember the one where like SpongeBob's a cat? You remember that one?
Do you remember the Skibbity toilet when the Skibbity toilet went? Shut up, you little. Just die. Just
You remember the Skibbity Toilet episode of Stephen Colbert Report? And Stephen Colbert Report went, oh my god, it's the toilet, it's a Skibbity, and freaked out
Oh,
the whole
it's
time. That was crazy.
Skibbity Biden. Yeah, this is how we already talked about this.
No,
But I
it's
just
still
Colbert's delivery on that is so like cringe, and
Skibbity
it's
Biden.
Skibbity Biden.
Biden.
That's what he says. He's like, this is Skibbity Biden. Like he's like he
He's so
really thought he
okay with
cooked
it.
with that.
He's so okay with
he
it.
thought he cooked. He thought people were
hired
gonna
some
watch that and be like,
20-year-old kid off the street and said, please write me a segment. All of my friends just
Yeah.
talk about Trump all the time. Please.
he thought that was going to kill. He thought that was going to be so funny, and it could not have been farther from the truth. I mean, Stephen Colbert can go piss up a rope. That guy sucks.
That's a new saying I've never heard before.
They should call him Suck Penis Colbert is what his name should be. And his show, The Colbert Report, is called the Colbert Retort. And his retort is sucking off the person that he's arguing the point of against, you know?
Yeah. I think it's really funny how terrible late night is now.
Late night is horrible. There's no reason to watch it.
Some people said it was like right after Leno retired, everything was. I feel like it was right after Conan retired, everything was.
Conan still does his show.
Yeah, but it's a podcast. It's not a TV show.
I really Conan O'Brien stopped being a TV show. I feel like that's fake. I feel like that.
He stopped that in like 2022, and he was like, the podcast is easier. I can just wear whatever and not care, and I can say whatever and not care. There's no censors for a podcast, except for the first 5 minutes of the pod.
Oh. Yeah, I guess you're right. He did. I didn't realize that. I had to fact check that. I didn't realize that.
But right
yeah,
after Conan O'Brien retired, all that like just fell apart. really
Yeah,
bad.
Conan was the only one I thought was like ever remotely funny. Like Kimmel and Fallon, like like
I
they
can't
just
believe
suck.
Kimmel's been around for like 15 years, 19 years,
I'm pretty
somewhere
sure
in there.
he was on the Epstein flight logs or something, allegedly.
Man,
Don't quote me
I
on that. I think he was on there though.
I remember he had the guy show or the dude show, one or the other.
Oh, the Man
The
Show. It was the
man
Man
show,
Show.
fuck. But yeah, he had that show. And then he had Kimmel like right after the Monday night show or whatever. There's a bit of a freeze there, but that's fine now.
Ooh, uh-oh.
But yeah,
Ooh,
like
I'm so cold.
but yeah, Kimmel he had a show like just terrible misogyny the entire time. It wasn't even one of those, oh, it was just how the times were. It was just not appropriate to be a show on its own.
No. No. The only thing that would draw me to watch Jimmy Kimmel live is if he poured gas all over himself and just like immolated himself right in front of the cameras, and the cameras just they didn't cut off, they just kept rolling as he's going like fucking, trying to stop, drop, and roll, but it's a gas fire, so that doesn't really work as well.
I would say Jimmy Kimmel Live is kind of you can watch a man mature over time as a show, because he used to be just a dickhead the entire time. And then,
Well, it used to be funny.
Yeah, but he was also like a misogynist the entire time. But
well, yeah, during the Man Show, he wasn't like that on Kimmel because it was late night. You can't do that on late night.
I just feel like Kimmel Live, he kind of like transitioned into more of a mature guy.
A woman.
Okay. He matured into more of a good guy over time, and then people realized, oh, he's just a fragile guy that has a weekly show. So we need to support him as much as possible. And then he hosted the Oscars like 4 times, and no one liked him.
Yeah.
It was really funny.
Yeah, as they should. Jimmy Kimmel can go fucking shove it. I don't care. That guy sucks. I feel like late night television literally got bad when the 2016 election happened. I think that's when a lot of people because like for a while it was unfunny before, but I think a lot of people realized how unfunny it was when every single late night talk show host was like, did you hear what Donald Trump said this week?
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, you've done this for like 8 months in a row now. Like, get some new fucking material. Not everything during an election year has to be about the fucking election. It's you don't have to do that shit. It's annoying, and after a while, nobody wants to fucking hear about it, and that's what ended up happening. That's why nowadays late night talk is just going down the shitter. I mean, like the Skibbity Biden thing. It's just like, yeah, we have to put politics in this, and we're not going to make it funny. Like that's the whole stance with like late night television now, is everything has to be politicized in the least funny way possible. At least like for like when David Letterman was around. That shit was actually funny. They actually put effort into the jokes instead of like assuming the entire viewer base is on one side of the aisle or other.
Do you know what they did to The Daily Show?
Didn't they get rid of it or something?
They gave it to this guy named Trevor Noah. And then all of last year he was like, oh, but I'm retired. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. So they had a bunch of guest hosts. And then this year they went, oh, Jon Stewart's back. But it's only on Mondays. So it's not a daily show anymore. It's the Monday show. What are you doing?
Yeah.
What a waste of an idea.
I thought Daily Show and back when Colbert was doing the Colbert Report, I thought both of those were really funny political satire, jokey kind of shit. Even like Saturday Night Live back when Norm Macdonald was doing the
The weekend update.
whatever it was, the weekend update. I mean, that shit was fucking hilarious. But now the weekend update on SNL is like borderline.
It's Colin Jost reading a newspaper for an hour. Or it feels like that.
It's they're just rattling off why they think the left wing is good and why the right wing is bad, and then like the jokes they tell are just like fucking garbage and poorly thought out.
What's funny
like
is
anymore, if you want to make political jokes, like you have to be pretty creative,
Yeah, I can easily rope this to Alec Baldwin again because he played Donald Trump a couple times on Saturday Night Live.
Mm-hmm.
He had a really good impression. And then he lost all his good impressions when he accidentally shot somebody. So there's that.
Yeah. That's how he lost it.
That's the wildest joke I think I'll make today. It is rather unfortunate that he had that happen, though. Because it was not intentional for him to do so. But it is kind of funny to bring it up as a train of thought.
Yeah, well, I mean, if that stupid, if that dumb bitch he shot wasn't in the fucking way, maybe she'd still be alive today. I think it was her fault, actually.
It was not at all. We talked about this
it
last
was.
episode a bit. It's just a rather unfortunate incident, but I thought it was funny to connect it back in some way.
Yeah.
I get to talk about Black Ops 6 in a bit here. Ooh.
Yeah, I was reading some Wikipedia recently,
Mm-hmm.
and I stumbled upon a criminal. I like reading about criminal shit on Wikipedia because it's something like I wish I could be like an organized criminal from back in the 70s or 80s. It just sounds like a really sick.
Named like the Watermelon Strangler or something, and whenever somebody took your watermelon,
not a criminal in. Not a criminal in the sense of like Jeffrey Dahmer or something, but a criminal in the sense of like Big Vinny Sclacciano, like that type of crime.
Pampichala, hey, where's the fucking spaghetti? Hey, babba-da-bee.
Yeah, but I put the spaghetti up on my ass. They call me spaghetti ass Scaladalo Garamucci.
16 years ago, my wife married another man. Ever since then, I've been trying to kill that man.
But anyhow, I found this new organized criminal. He was a fire chief in Miami, Florida, somewhere in Florida. But his name was like... Well, no, his name was literally just Bum Farto.
What a great name.
And Bum was his nickname. I think his first name was like John or something. A very normal nickname, but people would call him... Yeah, Bum Farto.
John Farto's goofy anyways. I remember there was a crappy death article that this guy found. Apparently there was this guy in like Europe named Fart Ass as his first name.
Oh yeah.
And he had no last name.
Yeah.
It was just Fart Ass as a name. Maybe it was pronounced Fartus, but it's still really funny because it's spelled exactly as it sounds.
Yeah, well, if it was said Fartus then, it's definitely not Fartus anymore. That shit
It is now Fart
Ass.
It is now Fart Ass. Just like how our good friend Trash Fart, friend of the show Trash Fart, has such a great name.
But I guess what happened to Bum Farto is that he was selling like weed and cocaine like en masse, and he got caught for it, and he was out on bail, and I don't know if it was right after or right before the trial. He just hopped in his car, drove north, and nobody ever saw him again.
Hell yeah.
He just fucking... Yeah, dude, the legend of Bum Farto right there.
We found Bum Farto at the bottom of Niagara Falls in 1934, and he never explained it.
As of 1989, the authorities were like, dude, fuck this. He's dead. Who cares anymore? We're just going to say he's dead.
What
I don't
if he
give a
just
fuck.
went to Canada and learned French real quick in Quebec and just lived there forever?
He was Cuban, so I don't know how many Cubans go up to Canada, but
I don't know.
I mean, there's a very real possibility.
Maybe he knows 3 languages now. If he's still around.
Yeah.
But Black Ops 6.
Mm-hmm.
Black Ops 6. They had this next special where they showcase a lot of multiplayer and zombies and such. And it was pretty damn bad from what I saw. Now this is
Really?
just subjective, okay? I hate to say it this way, but they were like, "Oh, zombies is back. Zombies is back. It's going to be boots to the ground zombies." But you still have like futuristic crazy weapons that like make no sense in the time period.
Yeah,
Like-
no, anybody who says that oh, this game's going to be just like classic this other game that's related to it, it's not. It's literally not.
They're like, "Oh, this is going to be like Black Ops 2 zombies." Oh, so I get downed by a random zombie that comes out of the woodwork and I don't see it in time? No.
Well, it's definitely not going to be like one of the best zombies experiences ever.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no way that in the modern era of gaming, there's no way you can top Black Ops and Black Ops 2, you know, if you're making new Black Ops games. Like, it's just not going to happen, no matter what you do.
Yeah.
Like, you can't... Activision got lucky with the first Modern Warfare game.
I'm actually kind of pissed real quick. Sorry. They said, like, several times during the announcement stream, "What about Warzone?" "Oh, we're not planning on having Warzone." Guess what they fucking announced yesterday? Or the day before?
Warzone.
Fucking Warzone. I was like, what are
course
you
they did.
doing? You just said no to it. What are you doing? I'm not going to buy this now. There's been too much Warzone. The Warzone-ification of this franchise is bullshit. It needs to be stopped.
Yeah, I mean, they might as well just quit making Call of Duty games and just make Warzone. I mean, that's all, because that's all the shareholders care about. That's what brings them in the most money is fucking Warzone shit. So eventually it's going to get to a point where whether the developers want to do it or not, they're going to eventually have to just put 90% of their resources into annoying-ass, stupid fucking Call of Duty Fortnite, and like the rest of the game is going to suck, which is probably what we'll see with Black Ops 6. I still want to play the game. I'll probably end up buying it, but
there should be an open beta
I don't know.
at some point. I'm not sure what the day is for that, or multiple days are for that. But if the multiplayer doesn't seem as like shit as like as like Cold War in a way, then I might be interested still. But I just don't like it when people lie about what's in their fucking game.
Oh, yeah. I think, I mean, they have the new movement system in the game, and from what I saw, because I watched the multiplayer trailer, from a third-person view, that shit just looks goofy as fuck.
Yeah.
It kind of looks retarded to look at. I mean, I'm sure it's fun to play, but it just looks so fucking dumb.
I really
hope, like, people are like motherfuckers are jumping out of windows backwards with their fucking legs up, and like there's no physics to their arms moving or anything while they're falling. They just are like it looks fucking dumb.
Yeah, but you gotta remember when the dolphin dive was a thing, they would just have your arms stick out. You wouldn't like put the arms back and then lay down. So they're kind of replicating that in a way. They're kind of just doing dolphin dive, like where the gun is kind of diving in movement.
Yeah.
I
don't know. I think
really
it's pretty much over for COD. I think COD is over with.
I just think if they don't drop Warzone in the next like 3 or 4 games, it's actually going to start tanking their product. which really sucks because it's quite literally like one of the only super successful games left. Because everything else, including it, continues to get milked into oblivion, and then people hate it. So
Yeah.
it's just real rough.
It's funny how people always be like, oh, $20 map packs, $20 map packs. How much in all are you spending on battle passes and COD COD points
COD
now?
points.
CP.
Yeah, we can't say that now. We gotta say COD P.
No. But apparently the shareholders think that having the word CP, which is slang for, child pornography, is fine. But making a game that people will actually like to play, no bueno, buckaroo.
Yeah, it's just rather disappointing for a game to be so hyped, and they say so many things about it, and then it turns out so fucking different. It happens every year with every game. But this year, I thought there was straight up going to be no Warzone, and that would be the main selling point. Because enough people complained about how bullshit Warzone gameplay is in MW3, and they said, quit fucking making it. And I thought they would say, okay, we're done with it. And nope, they're still doing it. Because that's where all the money is. Season pass, gun pack, skin pack, another season pass. That's all they care about is the money of it.
Yeah. Yeah, and I would say I think Fortnite is more fun to play, significantly more fun to play than Warzone. That's a hill I'm willing to die on.
I haven't played Fortnite in a hot minute. I got the Goku skin.
Neither have I.
I got the Goku skin and then I got off of it. And ironically, when that came out, I re-downloaded the game just to get Goku, and then I uninstalled that shit.
That's pretty funny.
I started replaying Mafia 3, officially, super duper fun time. I kind of forgot how fucking hard some of those combat scenarios are, and you're only given 2 guns to work with. So I'm trying my hardest not to just go gun-ho in there and fucking get my shit kicked in. But
yeah,
that's how I used to play it all the time.
That first stealth mission in the game or whatever, where you have to blow up the clan or whatever, you have to kill a bunch of clansmen. That shit was hard as fuck when I did it. I mean, I'm not good at video games at all, but that shit was getting me pissed off.
I died 1 time, 2 times per section of that.
Same.
There's a couple scenarios where you hijack a car and you're supposed to spook the person. And I keep fucking those up because I don't know where the boundary is. Because they keep having a boundary of how far off the map you can go with the car. But they don't show you it on the map. So you can go 60 miles north of where you are. And then it'll go, it failed. You're out of the zone. Okay, whatever, Mafia 3.
Yeah, soft A N-word, please. Soft A N-word, please.
Whatever, man. And then I started playing Red Dead again. I keep rebalancing back into Red Dead. But probably sometime next week I'm going to redo the story completely and start re-enjoying that game properly.
I want to get me some red head. I want to get some of that Sacagawea type, some of that Sacagawea head. You know what I'm saying? A little bit of that. Ooh yeah. Your penis tastes so good, white man. That's what I want to hear.
It's kind of funny because you're also a ginger. Redhead.
Yeah, I know, right? I know. If I removed a couple ribs like Marilyn Manson, I could make that a reality.
An Ouroboros situation.
Yeah, an Ouroboros situation.
There was a event that Ludwig did recently where he put a bunch of streamers against each other, and he had one group just called Podcast as a filling team. He was like, I don't know what else to call you guys. You're just Podcast. Fuck off.
I would have called them Daniel and the Diarrhea Boys or something like that. And
Daniel Larson fan base.
yeah, the Daniel Larson fan club. I would have made that their team name, whether they liked it or not.
I just think it's funny
My own
that
little form of torture.
It's funny because he loopholed it that way, but he put his girlfriend, who's on a podcast, on the FaZe team because FaZe didn't have enough members. I was just this is goofy. Why'd you do this?
Doesn't he know girls don't know how to play video games historically? I mean, come on, Ludwig. Isn't Ludwig, isn't he just like the Twitch equivalent of like Moist Critical? Like, just has milquetoast takes and everybody likes him.
It was like when all that Chris Tyson stuff came out, they were criticizing him and Critical for not making videos immediately. And then Ludwig had to keep going. I was on vacation, and I was making sure I got the proper research. Like, just trying to cover his ass about it.
Yeah, no, you weren't.
It's also because he's best friends with Mr. Breast, and he's in a bunch of Mr. Breast videos.
That's true. I was watching Turkey Tom like explain why Mr. Beast is gay and the Antichrist or whatever the fuck. And there's a point in time where Ludwig came up as like one of the contestants, and there was some kind of like drama or something regarding it. I don't know. I wasn't listening. I was cleaning one of my guns, and I just wanted some shit to put on the background. I was like, oh, 1 hour Turkey Tom fucking lore dump on Mr. Beast.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah, Ludwig, when he was getting super big off of the subathon, that's when he met Mr. Breast properly. And that was like 2021. And then he was in like 4 or 5 videos of Mr. Breast. And then he just like vanished when they did the 100 YouTubers challenge thing recently.
Yeah.
Because Ludwig would have been like the 7 million guy in there. And they just didn't put him in there.
The subathon, was that like a long stream where people were just like putting stuff in Ludwig's ass and saying like, good boy, yeah, you put that up there, boy.
It was him streaming nonstop for like a month.
And people were putting stuff in his ass.
Maybe a little less. Maybe
like, wait, so they were putting stuff in his ass like constantly for like a whole month? How did he survive? That's insane, dude. Why is he not like talking at Pride Month and stuff? That's crazy.
It's just funny because Ludwig's whole subathon thing, I was like down for it. I was like, oh, I'm gonna watch every highlight clip. I'm gonna watch every second I can.
That was your fish tank.
Yeah, that was my original fish tank when that came around. And then I tried to bring it up in college courses, and people are like, who the fuck cares? It's just some random dude in California generating money for a month. Who gives a fuck?
Yeah. Then you brought a gun to school the next day, and they started caring more.
Well, I thought it was entertaining because, like, I don't know, I think it was like October of 2020 I started watching Ludwig. And I was just like, oh, this guy's so fucking cool. And then he did that subathon thing, and I was like, oh, I gotta talk about this as much as possible. And then he kind of fell off right after. I don't know what happened, but he's just not as interesting as he used to be. I think that just kind of happens with people over time when you first see them versus now. It's kind of the same thing with my favorite tuber at the moment. Ha, I said tuber, ha. Naked Jakey.
Real quick.
Yeah. You're lagging a little.
Real quick, was Ludwig, I feel shit. Like, didn't he have some level of involved?
Well,
Like, didn't he have some level of like, or he like came out and said something about it when like it really didn't matter for him to or some shit.
the
I don't know. I feel like I remember something like that
for
happening.
Mr. Beast or something. Sorry, you were lagging a lot there.
So yeah, I was closing out fucking HP support assistant, which never fucking closes, so I have to open up Task Manager and fucking put it down like fucking Lenny at the end of Mice and Men. But no, there's the guy that was gooning to like AI porn of some streamer bitch, and he
fucking
made that
Atria.
cringe ass apology video
Yeah,
where
Atria.
he's crying and his girl.
Yeah, you're lagging still.
I felt like Ludwig. That's really gay.
Yeah.
But I felt like Ludwig had like. I don't know. I feel like he had some like take on that or something, and everybody was like, "Dude, who cares?"
Atrioc was friends with Ludwig. He pretty much brought Atrioc into Twitch, and then Atrioc found Twitch streamer deepfake porn apparently, and he was researching it, but the way that people found it was that he was playing like Hitman or something.
I do a lot of research myself.
Yeah, he was playing Hitman or something, and he like alt-tabbed, and it showed all of his fucking windows, and one of them was just like Pokimane pixelated, getting her shit just destroyed by somebody, and it was just a deep fake of her face making like a moaning kind of like facial structure, and people went, "What the fuck is wrong with this guy? Why does he have this? Why does he have this?" And then they started canceling him in the span of like a day.
And Ludwig came out and he's like, "My friend Atrioc, he jacked off to deep fake porn of this girl, and I denounce it, and I would never do that."
Well,
dude,
Atrioc was trying to explain himself because he has this thing called Marketing Monday, and he's trying to say it's a big story, and he's going to talk about it, and he's literally researching and saying, "Hey, these are like strangely similar to the actual person. That's weird, right?"
Yeah, researching.
But since he showed his tabs like that, people assumed he was jerking his shit to it.
He was gooning.
And
why was he crying in the apology video if he wasn't?
He was crying. He was crying because he was not jerking to it, but people thought he was.
No, he had to be. He had to be.
And he apologized to his wife, and he apologized to a bunch of fans, and he apologized to Ludwig because one of the deep fake porns was Ludwig's girlfriend.
That's what it was. Okay, I remember. Okay, that's what it was. See, there's no reason this Atrioc guy, he was totally gooning to this shit, because if he wasn't there, he wouldn't have made the apology video.
It's just
he would not have made the apology video.
It's just really
he was totally fucking
strange.
Yeah, dude. Oh yeah, there's such good research. Oh my god, I'm learning so much. Like,
yeah, it was a mess. Now, according to people looking at Ludwig's Steam friends and other bullshit, they're friends again. So there's that.
Yeah.
It took like 3 years to get over this, but now they're friends again. I'm not sure if Cutie, the girlfriend in question, is friends with Atrioc again or not. But they're getting closer to being.
He was just doing research.
Again. Yeah.
He was just doing research.
Because
what's the problem?
Ludwig was trying to make a company with him and a guy named Stans. But since Atrioc got canceled, now it's just Stans and him. And the company's kind of It's a production company. They hired Germa. And then it kind of fell off. I don't really know what's going on.
Rule one of being in our production company: no gooning under any circumstances.
Yeah, you can't look at deepfakes of other streamers and joink your sploink to it. You can't do that. It's not viable. It's not proper. Which makes sense. Can you imagine if Nadeshai got in trouble for joinking his sploink to a streamer while he's the owner of 100 Thieves?
I'd be like, who gives a fuck? Let the guy get a fucking nut off. He's running a fucking business. That shit has to be stressful. You're telling me the guy can't just fucking bust one every now and then? Like that? What has the internet become? Fucking Soviet Russia? No gooning allowed, or you will be sent to the internet gulag. It's fucking bullshit. It's fucking bullshit. It's like when Pyrocynical got caught jerking off to like furry inflation porn. Who cares?
Well, people are also
let a guy get a nut off.
People are also accusing him of being like a what's it called? Fuck.
Pedophile.
No, it was a groomer, and he was like, "This is not grooming. This was just two people talking in a DM."
This is not secret. I was not grooming anybody. I wasn't getting the phone.
And he was like 22, and the other person was like 18, and he was like,
"Oh, boo, fucking
yeah." He was like, "It's consensual, anyways, because like they literally said like, they're okay with me talking to them this way, and stuff like that." Like they were trying to cancel Pyro, but there was no proper way of accusing him of any of that shit.
Yeah, sorry guys, I e-raped a goddamn 18-year-old everybody. I'm very sorry, old Pyrocynical.
I just know since he had a response and it was like an hour long, and he showed proof that he didn't do anything gross, people just were done with it. They were just like, okay, go back to making hour-long recaps of videos of like of games that no one knows about and stuff like that. Go back to that, Pyro. It's okay.
Yeah, well then I remember when Too Mad got caught with fucking trans porn in his search history, and he just laughed it off. He was like, "Hey, who gives a fuck?" And that's how it should be. That's how. Yeah. I don't understand why people care so much about what their favorite YouTuber fucking beats their meat to.
Well, people were trying to stack on my boy Chugga Conroy, now again friend of the show Chugga Conroy.
Yeah.
Because
I remember that, yeah.
Because his wife/girlfriend, I believe they were fiance, but still, she was accusing him of cheating and of DMing people weird messages and shit. And then you look at the only logs available, and it's from when he was like 17. And he was like, what can I do here? Like, I'm 30-something now. Fuck off.
Hey, guys. It's Chugga Conroy here with another play. Part 1, cheating on my wife. Let's hop into it.
But yeah, like, he didn't even cheat on her. Because he's like 33. They met when he was like 23. And these DMs are from like 6 years before that. So it's like, what are you talking about? I didn't do anything wrong. His friends were automatically either disowning him or saying we need a break from him until he apologizes or at least proves his side of the story.
Yeah, that's fucking bullshit. I need a break from somebody that's never done anything wrong to me.
And then
like unless he was openly like, unless he had like 9 tabs of like child pornography open, and you know, or like there's allegations of that,
jack
then
shit.
I could understand.
He had jack shit against him.
You don't have anything.
He had nothing on him.
Yeah,
and they were trying to be like
dumb.
And they were trying to be like, this fucking guy did so many bad things, and I think it was like the 16th pod or something like that. I disowned it because I was like, I need to just space this out a little. He is a friend of the show now again, for the record, because he didn't do anything wrong, and he was traumatized from the whole experience to the point where he had to take half a year off to like just go to therapy and try to fucking figure out what just happened to him. What I call it is a emotional roll-up where every single person that's out to get him went after him at the same time to try to cancel him, which is complete bullshit.
I think Bum Farto had to do an emotional, that's why he disappeared. He had to take an emotional leave, and it just took him a lot longer for Bum Farto to get over the cocaine and weed dealing allegations.
He had ventured into the deepest forest and got shot by Chris from Mr. Breast.
That would be great, dude. That would be the ultimate end to Mr. Beast's legacy, is if he had a live stream and he just like was on his knees and Chris Tyson had a gun and he was just like, shoot me, and Chris Tyson just,
damn.
I'm sorry, my friend.
Damn.
Like a Sopranos style execution. They kill Mr. Beast like Matthew Bevilacqua in fucking Sopranos. It's fucking Chris Tyson and Chandler.
I have
fucking shooting him.
I have another Mr. Beast update. Ding 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 ding. That is now.
Welcome to the Mr. Beast Minute, brought to you by Colgate and Northwest Trenches podcast.
So, there is another Dogpack 404 video out where he talks about one of the CEOs of the company that Mr. Breast made.
The CEO of Mr. Beast.
One of those CEOs apparently did some SA kind of shit with an assistant in 2020.
Whoa, dude.
Yeah. Allegedly, but that's what I've heard recently. Additionally, Mr. Breast himself has been accused of being a misogynist. And whenever girls are out of the eyesight, earshot, whatever it's called, she straight up just goes, "Oh yeah, I would fuck her here and I fuck her there. I plaster her against the wall and I would go into the bathroom with her and do this to her." They literally
he was saying all that about Chris Tyson.
They literally did that to multiple female employees. And then those ladies had to just leave because it was so uncomfortable from the company.
That's actually why Chris from Mr. Beast left. She was tired of Mr. Beast himself sexualizing her, I bet. And she just orchestrated the Shadman stuff specifically to get back at Mr. Beast because she knew that would be his downfall.
Oh, and Jimmy knew too, by the way.
I knew it.
Jimmy knew about the Shadman tapestry thing because
of course he did. He was in the same room.
Fucking video. He was in the video with Chris. In that room where Chris works from. The Shad-based tapestry was right next to Mr. Beast.
Yeah, so I don't know, I feel like that kind of goes back to what we were talking about. I feel like, hey, if your buddy likes gooning the Shad-based art, that's kind of suspect, but that's what they jack off to, I reckon. Who really cares? That was probably that's if I walked into any of my friends or our friends' rooms and they had a Shad-based poster in frame, I'd be like, whatever. I personally wouldn't put that on my wall, but whatever, dude.
I mean, at least hide it somewhere.
But not nowadays.
Don't be proud of it.
Yeah, well, why do you need a fucking poster of that shit?
Why do you need to hang it on your wall? So strange.
Yeah, is Pyrocynical, imagine if that's how people found out Pyrocynical had a poster of furry inflation fart porn or whatever on his wall.
He has fat thick Pyro from TF2 on his wall behind him at all times.
Yeah, imagine if that's how people fucking found out.
I just think it's funny because 6 months after people saw him pull up TF2 and had the mods installed, he did it again on accident, and he went, "Fuck!" and he turned off his stream. It was so funny.
He rage quit.
Yeah, he just went, "God damn it!" and turned off the stream.
Good job. They found more porno pornography mods. Oh, this is just rubbish. This is such a rubbish. And he turned off the stream. I haven't seen it, but I guarantee that's exactly how it went.
I just know this whole Mr. B CEO guy. Apparently, the whole SA thing was also harassment as well. Apparently, supposedly, allegedly. Okay, all these words. Apparently, this guy also booked hotels with this assistant and had him in a guest room, but would also make it so that sometimes they were in the same room, in the same bed, which is uncomfortable.
That's creepy.
Very gross.
That's just plain creepy.
This guy, the CEO guy, is like 46. He got in trouble for a lot of shit. Just a lot of shit.
Dude, they should
a lot of corruption type shit.
Fucking Skeeter Gene, that guy I was telling you about, who does those like fucking funny ass predator catching videos. He should do an expose on that guy. He should catch him doing some shit. That'd be funny.
There should be a. Remember those guys that caught EDP? There should be a Chris Tyson version of that. Where
Skeeter could go after Chris Tyson.
They dox Chris Tyson, give the straight address and everything, and then just show up at her house and harass her. That'd be wild.
Yeah. I rewatched that Guillotine saga that Rusty Cage made.
Yeah.
I guess he has blueprints for the guillotine, and I'm like, man, I might get one of those, and someday when I have my own property, because where I live, there's not a whole lot of building. There's not a lot of yellow tape over building whatever the fuck you want on whatever land you own. So realistically, I could probably do that. Like, if I had, when I inevitably, well, hopefully, depending on who wins the election, but you know, I'd absolutely build a goddamn guillotine in my backyard. Dude, that'd be so sick. That'd be so badass.
I was joking about making a tree house in my backyard, but also I'm like 24 next month, so I don't know if I have the physical capabilities to be inside of a tree house now. It's rather unfortunate that I'm in this predicament.
Just having friends over your age and going like, you guys want to hang out in my tree house, guys? I built it myself.
Yeah. I think the only person that could fit it would be like Clay, maybe, and that would be it.
He's really tall. That'd be a stretch, dude. He's real tall. He's at least 6 feet tall now or some bullshit.
Damn. I'm not sure who would fit in there. Guy. If I were to put
you could probably get the Lanky Box guys to fit in there. I don't think they're very tall. You probably your new friend Adam and Justin from Lanky Box, friends of the show.
I think Justin could fit in there. I think Justin has the capability.
It'd be crazy if one of those guys just killed themselves.
It'd be crazy if one of those guys turned up on the pod. Recording. What if Adam turned up on the pod and he went, "Hey guys, I'm Adam from Lanky Box, and welcome back to Northwest Trenches."
Honestly, if we could get them, if we could somehow get one of them on the show, I would want them to just sit there and just show off their merch while we just watch and we say nothing.
Yeah,
we just let whichever one of them's on the show just carry the fucking show.
Should I hire their editor to piece together the pod and make it as wild as possible?
Yeah, I think that would be a foolproof idea to attract viewers to this.
We had Lanky Box on our pod.
We did one time. We did the reaction video, so we technically did have Lanky Box on the podcast.
I don't know. Maybe that might be the content that I set up, because I might be busy in a few weeks here. So I might preemptively record myself reacting to some stuff as a filler.
Oh, that'd be cool.
I'm not sure what I would say or what I would do. I'm not sure how long of a video it would be. But it might be
you just have to play. You have to play like fake intellectual or something like that. Like be like you're watching literally like Skibbity Toilet, and you're like, like, you know, that's interesting because the people are turning into the toilets. Like, I wonder if that's some kind of foreshadowing. And then you start watching a little bit, and you know, when they actually start, you know, taking over. Why do I know the Skibbity toilet fucking story? Jesus.
It's because
But,
you've
you know,
been
when this,
brain rotted to death.
yeah, well, I'm a big Skibbity toilet fan. I'm actually a collaborator with the guy that does Skibbity toilet.
The fuck
A lot of
boom.
people don't know that.
The fuck
I'm one of the
boom.
creative minds behind it.
Mm.
Also, the guy that did Skibbity toilet, his uncle is like a general for the Russian army. He's
awesome.
accused of war crimes.
Fuck yeah, dude. I would love to do a 30-minute reaction video to like the latest Jake Paul vlog, but I cut out half of whatever he says, and then I have like my own voice talking over what he's saying. So he's like, "What's up, Jake Paulers? I'm back on another vlog. It's blank week of 2024." And then you hear a pause from like me slapping the keyboard, and I go, "Man, this vlog looks really entertaining. I wonder what he's gonna do on this vlog." And then I unpause it. Just
you pause and unpause like every 5 seconds
That's
and
what
like
every
break down
streamer
everything
does.
going on.
That's what
I
every
know you have to
streamer
do the
does.
same
I would love
thing.
that. I would love that so much.
Yeah, then you talk 10 minutes at nauseum about literally what's going on the fucking screen.
Or I have like this random story that my brain supposedly connected the dots to, and then I'm like, this reminds me of that time on the pod where me and Shane talked about blank, and then I just like ramble about it for 5 minutes or so.
You just rehash a talking point or a bit we already did on the podcast.
Yeah. I bring up Chris Tyson and talk about Chris Tyson, which is not even the subject matter of the Jake Paul vlog.
Yeah, completely unrelated.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. I don't know. I might do that unironically
funny.
just to have some filler for a couple weeks.
That'd be really
now.
funny.
In case I can't make it in a couple weeks is what I mean here.
Yeah. You know, I should be good for recording in the near future. I don't think I have anything coming up.
You don't have
like
any comedy acts?
I'm going to see Megadeth.
Ooh.
I'm going to see Megadeth, but that's not on a Friday. That's on a Holy Sunday. I get to see a metal band, and I get to meet Dave Mustaine, the lead singer, because I spent a bunch of fucking money. I'm not going to lie. So, yeah, but it was worth the money for me.
The most I got is a new job rearing its head in a good direction, and that makes me a very happy boy. I was yeeking out real hard because I got a really good book of stuff to work on. And literally like Thursday, I almost had a mental break because I was like getting stressed out about so much stuff. But now it's like all lined up in a way where I'm not pissed off and terrified of how much time I have for stuff. So that's good.
Yeah.
On average, I have like 3 or 4 days a week to work on our October project. And I think that'll be enough time to piece it all together for the most part. Yeah, it should be a fun little excursion doing another one of these. It may seem a bit more troublesome, especially with the first part I wrote down for yours. You want me to read it out for the pod?
Nah, let's keep that under lock and key, I reckon.
Okay.
We'll make the viewers we'll edge them.
Ooh.
We'll reference what we're working on, but we won't actually outright say anything. For the 20 people, the 20 family and friends presumably that watch this fucking show.
Yet again, thank you for consistent viewership. That's what we always want to see. Even if
thank you for your service.
Even if it's a very good sum of people, we always hope to entertain or at least be interesting enough. So thank you.
Yeah. It ain't the Brutal Car Crash podcast, but we're getting there.
Last thing I got. Week 2 of the NFL. Jets versus Titans. I am going to be so freaking happy if when like I'm watching it, you just hear over the loudspeaker somewhere, "Oh my God, Aaron Rodgers' leg, it snapped again, but in 3 places, not just one. Oh, he's out for the whole year." I'm waiting for it.
It looks like they're going to have to take a chainsaw to it, ladies and gentlemen. He's that one.
It looks like he's going to have to replace his leg with a robotic counterpart, or he will no longer walk for the next 30 years.
Yeah, they should bring back Aaron Hernandez into the NFL.
It's kind of hard to do that. You have to dig him out of the ground, and you have to Frankenstein him back to life. That would take fucking forever. That would take so long. Oh, what a funny image, though. Aaron Hernandez, like a zombie Frankenstein creature coming out of the ground at MetLife Stadium or wherever the Patriots play. I'm having a stroke on that.
They bring him back at the MetLife Stadium.
And you just hear brrr, like a zombie from Minecraft. Brrr. And you see Aaron Hernandez.
Where are the pit bulls? I need to make them fight again.
A bunch of rope marks around his neck, a stab wound in his side, and he's just walking on the field like nothing happened.
Aaron Hernandez on the Patriots, he seems to have lost an arm. I'm not sure what they're going to do about that, but we will get back to you when we have
on year
accurate
24.
information.
On year 24, it's Aaron Hernandez back on the field for the first time in a long time.
If they're going to bring back Aaron Hernandez to the NFL, they need to bring back Chris Benoit to the WWE in the same way.
After 17 years, Chris Benoit returns to WWE.
Yeah, they just bring out his rotting corpse, like tied to a fucking like twine, and it's wrapped around his midsection. He's still dead.
Yeah,
they're
he
just
cuts
puppeteering him around.
Yeah, they cut a promo, and it's him moving his arm up and down. That's all he can do. That'd be wild.
Yeah, he's a marionette.
They make him do moves by having a guy up in the rafters picking at the strings in a certain way. Do you just see that? He did a sunset flip. I haven't seen Chris Benoit do a sunset flip since 2000. How the hell does he still have the physique to do so? And the whole time his intestines are spilling out.
Yeah, he doesn't even land the flip. He just like dead weight, just like slams onto the ground, and they like pick him back up.
There's just a smattering of blood on the mat.
Yeah, dude.
That'd be crazy. Oh. Man, necromancers must be the most like upsetting people ever. Because eventually they're gonna resurrect Chris Benoit's body from that grave, dude.
If I was a necromancer and I was bringing back like an army of the dead to fight for me, Chris Benoit would be top of the fucking list. It would be Chris Benoit, Aaron Hernandez, Jeffrey Dahmer. That's what those would be my three.
Jeffrey
those would be my capos in my crime
though.
family.
Dahmer would just kill
you. He would kill me. No, he'd serve me. I'm a necromancer in this hypothetical. He would serve me.
If I were a necromancer,
I don't think you're well read on necromancer magic, so I don't want to hear your sass.
Unironically, necromancer wise, I would find Dale Earnhardt and bring him back, and I would find a way to fix the trauma in the back of his head before he starts talking, or it's just going to be a bunch of bleh the whole time.
Yeah,
and then I would find like a magic potion that makes him more human than like a decomposing corpse looks like. And then I would bring him back and have him be there physically. I think that'd be really cool. But
you could probably ransom him off for money from Dale Earnhardt Jr.
Honestly, yeah. Dale Earnhardt Jr. would be like, here's $2 million. I want my dad back.
I want my daddy back.
Quit putting my dad behind a paywall. I'll fucking kill you.
That's so funny.
He pulls out a hunting rifle from Fallout 3 and points it at my head. Here's a $2 million. Give my goddamn dad back.
Yeah, imagine you have undead Dale Earnhardt. He's rants, and you're like, if you don't give us the money, we're gonna kill him again.
That's even worse. Holy shit.
We'll fucking kill him again, Dale Earnhardt Jr. I swear to God.
My number 2 would be bringing back John Lennon. And
oh, what the hell? Fuck that.
And patching up his
hopefully so you could shoot him again.
Well, I want to patch up his bullet wound and then bring him back to Yoko and give Yoko a heart attack, and then just be done with it.
Oh, yeah, that's a good idea. Like killing Yoko Ono by bringing back John Lennon. That's a great idea. That's actually a great idea. Have you seen the? No, actually, continue with your third. I don't want to get you off track.
My third. Let's see here. I would bring back Dwayne Haskins, quarterback from the Redskins when they were the Redskins. He got hit by a car. He was only 27, I think, when he died.
Mm-hmm.
I would bring back him, fix his ribs, and have him play football again. That'd be my 3 there.
Yeah, I just know I would probably kill John Lennon again.
And bring him back, and you just fucking pull out a revolver like an old Western, shoot him in the skull, and walk out.
Yeah, dude. I'd fan the hammer on his bitch ass. Fuck him.
Fuck yeah, dude. Oh, that's sick. All right.
Sick and twisted, just like my reality.
Oh, shit. All right, guys.
Not really.
I think that wraps up this week's podcast, episode 33. We'll see you guys next week for another one. Have a good one.
Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye.
You kind of remind me of the guy that goes, "Let's get ready to rumble," just a little.
I know. That's what I was thinking with the boom mic.
All right.
Holds it like this. He always cups the mic too.
Yeah. He goes
just like this.
Everyone knows that you can.